Hey guys, sorry I wasn't at Scrim last night. I didn't know we were actually doing it, but nonetheless, sounds like you guys rolled, which is good. I mean, we might just have to move up tier. I don't know what everybody's individual rank is, but I'm gonna start pulling individual VODs and stuff like that. And if I just make you guys really good on your own, it'll probably be fine. I'm gonna cry if we walk out on this comp. Okay, Curiolari's better. I can live with this. The venture. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So, realistically, we just have to. Our win condition is to keep our Emre up on this high ground for as long as physically possible. So long as he is here and shooting at things, we literally cannot lose. I mean, we might be able to lose, but this is kind of our primary win condition. And then obviously we slow things down with shield. I mean, this is a pretty basic poke comp. So the question is, who needs to be where? Curie and Emre need to be stacked. They are the core. They should be up here. You play here, and then you rotate out to here. I would say that Ashe would probably be a stronger pick here. I mean, I know Ashe isn't meta. I am a little bit biased in that sense, but you have more. You just have more long range pressure. But I don't mind the Emre. The Emre's strong. He's meta. It's fine. Curie should be on top with him though. You guys play hotel. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, you can totally play hotel. Force this corner, and then when you get, pushed back, play hotel. And then, yeah, ultimately we want to have our flex DPS height there or here. Take your pick. So, yeah, this is a good setup. And they're running a rush comp where it looks like they're just going to kind of babysit their bastion. So let's see how we do. Oh no. That was gruesome. Yeah, I mean, how did that even happen? Yeah, we just took too long to put our shield up. Okay. Yeah, you just gotta put your shield up earlier. So let's see how we turn the fight. What you do is you play fast, which is what you guys did. They kind of ran us over here. I don't expect too much to happen. But honestly, because our Emre Curie is on height, we might turn this. So, I'm so for real. Like, that's all it needs. No, don't get off height, though. Actually, just stay. Even if they start to cap point, just stay on height. Look at that, though. You guys are disgusting. You actually turned that fight. That's crazy. Like, that's why the core is so important in this. If you guys have that strong position and you can just whittle them down, they can't do anything. You do have to anticipate that Genji. Okay, now that this has happened, though, immediately rotate back up to height. Use your bomb jump off the car, wall climb, sun, but you have to take that spot back. Okay, now we're playing into their hands though. We also lost our map control on the left-hand side here. This is a very good flank from Zoom though. I like this. We're playing our angles here. Yeah, it's just where you are, Quada. It's a rough spot. You just need to default to that high ground. Good stuff, Jack. Okay, you guys really cleaned that up. And I think having our Alari just sit in the hotel is actually a nice choice. So Satella is our ringer, right? Yes, Satella was our ringer. Because I'm like, who in the world is that? Okay, now immediately everybody has to get back in their initial positions. I don't mind this, like this early poke from Zoom, but you do want to get back as soon as possible. Good pick. Okay, now we acknowledge that they're rolling out through here. So how do we handle this threat? What is the only way we can handle this threat is we have to mark them early and we have to poke them out while they're here, because if they close the gap, we're kind of fried, right? That's all they're the Lucio Curie backline with the Rhine. All they're doing is trying to clear this height so that they can get their Curie off and then they can pin whoever's on point. So, okay. I don't know if you want to do this solo though. Are they just not going to walk on you? Okay. So we kind of did it, but see, now it's staggered, right? Our Curie's out. Yes, our Curie's out when our Venture is in. And that disconnection means you guys end up just doing nothing. This is where we're strong though. And if we had our Emre on height, you fry this man. They're done for. Like, look at this. They're asking to get poked out in this position. Okay, this is a good solution. I'm taking it easy on the old stuff because I've talked about that a lot. Go to ult though, right? They're stuck in this position, and then you can pinch them off, and then you guys, you have Jack flank from behind. That's very solid. I don't mind that Kitsune. It's, you know, it's tempo, pushes him back, you get a pick off it. And we use 2 ults that fight, but they do nothing, but they're about to have all their ults. I don't mind it, because we still have 3 ults. I've been hammering ults for a while, though, so I'm gonna let that be. Good flank from behind, but I put my money on we lose this fight. Damn, we don't lose this fight. Okay. I did kind of neglect the... I saw the Ventral, I thought they were going to handle it earlier. Maybe we still lose this, though. Yeah, I think I just... Unless he's disgusting? Is Tax just, like, the best Venture player of all... Okay. Yeah, and it really just comes to the approach. How we decided to handle this fight. I think the flank with the ult was really clean, but look at where everybody is. This is fine. This is a good split to start out, but we had to have access to this high ground, because that happened. You just get fucking run over like instantly. But if you guys are here, if you guys are chilling here, you see them, you can still poke them as they're walking through, and then Bastion's a little bit more out of his effective range. Ryan is entirely out of his effective range. Genji has to use resources to get to you, and then all you just sit there and play Vaxta. And then we pop ult to counter, and actually pretty good. Like Tax has really held his own for a minute there. That was impressive. Almost killed the Genji too. And then there comes the nothing burger shatter. All right. The question is, do we retake here? I think we can. I think there's a chance because they're staggered and we have ults, and that is exactly how you would do it too. Very clean. Forced out Suzu. They have beat. Then they do beat Blade. And they swap Tracer. Unfortunately, retakes are very difficult. I'm gonna let that one go a little bit, because it's very unlikely that you would be able to take that back. It looked like you had numbers advantage for a minute. You had ult, but when they have the ultimates to counter that, it's just not really gonna go in our favor. Oh, these guys are playing up, as they should. And this is where your comp is going to suffer a little bit compared to theirs. And we're on Zenyatta. I really wish Satella was a main support player, but it is what it is. Parts of the map. Ultimately, it's just high grounds. If we can have... okay, Taxes is marking our Genji. Zoom is... Honestly, you could be here, Zoom. You could get in this Tracer's business a little bit. As long as... Well, no, because Zen's coming back from spawn. So you become the primary healer. This is so messy. And that's why it's important to stick with the composition that you have, because small tweaks like this can really throw stuff off. Now, because we have a Zenyatta, Kiri immediately has less off-angle agency. And also, we, by default, have to play farther back now, so that Genji doesn't get on our Zenyatta. But we also have to stay in Zenyatta's line of sight. So as things are right now, Quada should be... It looks like you're making your way. You should be up on this high ground flanking, trying to bait some kind of dive. Kiriko, you're actually in the right spot, granted, for where things, how the situation is right now. You're basically just going to heal tank and poke, and then keep your Suzu for when shit goes down over here with Quada. And then Taxes is kind of going to be doing his own thing unless Zenyatta decides to help. Unfortunate. I think we just went a little too deep, but I'm gonna do personal VODs too, so I'm ignoring that kind of thing. So, and yeah, that's the issue with just being on Zenyatta, is also, like, technically I could be like, yes, Kiri, you have to be on that, you have to see that your Zen's coming, and you have to save your Suzu for him too now, because he put himself in a vulnerable position. But it's just, right now it's just messy, and it's not really gonna work out, because we had something that was going to work, and then it just kind of fell apart. And then also they just like had the momentum there. I mean, they just like ran us down. Okay. I am on a little bit of a time crunch, but it's nothing too bad. I should be able to get through this. 20 minutes? Okay, maybe not the whole thing. Oh, we should not be. Yeah, we just shouldn't be fighting right now. You get staggered, you get screwed up. Actually, I like this out. I like this ult. This is pretty smart. Good stuff. Kill 2 with it. Maybe Quada is a hit scan player. Who would have thought? Very nice retake though. And that's a good rule of thumb, is if you have to retake point, just use some kind of big resource, use some kind of ult. And now, play up. Right, you have a minute left. They have ultimates. Actually, well, they have a pretty big ult advantage here. So your options are to either int at them or play really slow and try to slow them down. But with the Lucio carry, that's probably not going to happen. Tracer flank coming around, and that's kind of what we do. I mean, it's just the nature of playing on main. We're just more susceptible to things like this. Good stuff, Taxes. Nobody told me this guy's venture was kind of disgusting. And yeah, good old trade. Do you guys win that? Unfortunate. There's an argument to be made for just kind of just surviving there and then doing the retake with your team. You're not gonna get the retake, but at least you survive and you don't stagger. Okay, well, they used Shatter Pulse. And we have Trance now. Alright, this map is a little bit more linear, and it's also going to make your comp just a little bit harder to work with. Ultimately, you gotta make this turning this corner uncomfortable. This is how you beat the brawl comp. Is they have to come around here, and you have to make it just a fucking nightmare for them, right? Put your venture like on this high ground and just like hide, and then like jump down whenever they try to push. Or have if you can get your Emre up there, I don't know if he has that kind of mobility or that kind of verticality. If not, put your Emre here, and then you want to have your Zenyatta stack with your Domina, and you guys are basically just going to sit here, and you're going to kind of brawl. And it's not going to be great, but if you have enough angles on them, it should, in theory, work out. And then Zoom, you can play up here, which kind of gives you access to everybody, or you can kind of do a similar thing where you take this high ground and you try to get some kind of cheeky pick. See what we do. Player in the corner. Yep, fighting for that high ground against the Genji. You force him off. Beautiful. Right? Just make this corner a bitch to go through. This is beautiful. We need to help. Actually, no, Texas has that. You just get back? Yeah. Ultimately, our backline needs to be rotating here. This is where we need to be. And as long as Zenyatta is with our Emre, it's not going to be that bad. And then you'll have more access to the Genji. But this Tracer can kind of just pull up. Stella's our ringer, so I don't really care about that trades too much. And good stuff, right? Because the second they tried to force that corner when they didn't have the resources, and you guys are just sitting there and poking them out. Beautiful. And that's really all this part of the map is. It's just turning this corner really uncomfortable and this corner. And now you guys have more space to work with here. They should not touch. Beautiful. Yeah, you guys are rolling them. Okay, really good stuff. So right now I'm just looking at a little bit of positioning, like holding the right parts of the map. Little bit of ults, but you guys are much better about the ultimates. And kind of understanding timing. Like, should I be engaging? Should I be taking this fight right now? Or is there an angle I could be taking rather than, like, kind of playing into the enemy's hands or just, like, stacking on main? Okay, we're doing the Widow walkout thing. We should be able to diff their Ashe. Or at least force her off. We're in the Sigma matchup now, so you're going to get walked on a little bit less. They're playing a much slower, honestly, kind of a dumber comp. We might have a little bit of an advantage here. We tried to force that, and it's really just a matter of the route that we took. Just go the long way. Go through these stairs, and then we won't get fried. But also, if you want to approach this high ground, I would recommend going through low ground, especially on Venture. So even if you clear this height and then you use the shield and then you drop down, you like walk through here or something on that low ground, that's different. Good pick. Walk through hotel. That was an ego peek if I've ever seen it. Force our dominant on height, I like it. Now we're on soldier, okay. Take this next high ground. As soldier, you could just keep rotating and keep holding these line of sight. And then you can get up to here, and you can help your cat fight this Genji, and then you can also get access to their backline before they retake. It's kind of the same thing as third point. It's like we want to make passing through this archway as uncomfy as possible. Good pick. They just can't touch point for the life of them. Have somebody go through hotel. Cat or Kiri, walk through hotel. Add an extra layer of pressure. Alright, we made it up to the next high ground, that's good. We just need to fry their Sigma right now. Yeah, just kill their Sig. Okay, now take height early. You can obliterate them on King's Row here. And it's for the same way they almost beat you. Just have your soldier go through here and control this lane right off the bat. Have your Widow probably go the same way, honestly. Have your Widow go here and then have your soldier. I really don't like double hit scan, but soldier kind of makes it okay. Have your soldier go here and really push up, really take that space. Honestly, have our cat there too. Just stack the hell out of this. And yeah, put our Domina up there as soon as possible. And then we just have our Kiri sit on cart. This is probably where we swap off Widow. The Widow worked, but now you have literally one more sightline that works on Widow right here. And that's it. So either get there and stay there, or get off Widow. All right, hold up. I won't knock it yet, but somebody's got to be up there with him. Or Kiri needs to walk up. Oh dear. Oh, no. Okay. Playing this high ground is extremely important because if Genji gets this, he has direct access to our backline. How much you want to bet? Okay. She doesn't die, but she forces TP. And he's chilling. And then also, right, our soldier's kind of struggling here. If you just play this high ground. Just play this high ground. Because you get so much more out of it. And now we just kind of get out-tempoed once we lose our supports. Or once we lose... what were we were like down 2. No, we were down 1 and we had no TP. So now we have to restart. You should do the exact same thing. But you have to force this Genji out and you have to play the lanes that he wants to be on. Soldier Kiri or Soldier Cat or even Cat Kiri can force off a Genji no problem. Because he's going in alone every time. This Genji is going in alone every single time, which means he's a free kill. Good catnap. Oh, damn. It's just the approach. It looked like a good catnap from there. Probably go around wider. Do some shit like this. And pick up somebody other. Tank is kind of an easy pick, though, I can't lie. Quada, you need to get on Tracer, bro. Somebody needs to get on Tracer. Or get taxes back on Venture or something. Because we're just giving up so much space with double hit scan. Like, this is... almost without a doubt, this is why you guys struggled to win this point. Because you had no math control. It's fine if you set a Widow up here or something like that. Or if you have an Emre up there, but just you need a Tracer or a Genji or a Venture to go and take space and hold alternate lanes and bait attention. Good. Reaper's a good pick. Unfortunate. Do we have Wraith? I don't want to get too much into micro, but we died with Wraith in pocket. Happens. Alright. How much time is it? 4 minutes 34 4. Okay. Sorry. My bad. Okay. It looks like our approach with the Reaper is getting a little bit messy. Not necessarily saying it's on taxes, but like are we facilitating his ability to get in there and close the gap? Oh, it's just the route you take. Everybody needs to go this way. We need to go this way, and especially now that we're on Lucio Kiri, you need to map flip them like this, and you need to just get on their back line. Oh no, my mic is... Okay, that was doing the thing. Sometimes it gets a little janky. Oh! Jerry can hit his shots apparently. Okay, we're staggered. Just chill. We've been inting a little bit. Just give yourself that 15 seconds to reset, and then walk on this lane. Or drop down right side and go this lane. This is probably one of your better moves. We're on Diva now? Okay, so we're basically just kind of turning this into a bro comp. We could also break through with an ult. They don't have a beat to counteract it or anything, so it should be good. Unfortunately, we got diffed. We're just getting tempoed by this Bastion. Yeah, so they popped ult. It's just, yeah, it kind of comes down to the same issue as this composition in particular is going to be a little bit better. It's better than what we were running before. But we have to bait out Bastion, Turret, and Lamp, or else we're just going to get fried. Now, they popped ultimates there, so it's a little bit of a different story. But it all boils down to, can we take an alternate lane? Is there some way we can create a different form of pressure? This is good. But just deepen this angle. Don't play this game here where Sigma pokes you out. Okay. Right, yeah, play this right lane. You guys took it a little bit more head on. Oh, nice PM. Okay, now we have a Reaper behind. This is good. Good beat. Get on that Genji. Like, as 3, yeah, are you gonna be concerned if we didn't try that Genji? Good ult. Okay, yeah, you guys tempo that out really nice. Counter beat and then use Wraith. Same thing here. Now, they're gonna try to make it really rough for you to pass these corners. So you have to figure out what is a way we can get through that, which is this high ground and this lower lane. This is good. Stack on this high ground. See if you find an opportunity. No rock. Sigma's running low on resources, so this is where you just burn them. DM Rockian. Okay, yeah, we're kind of fighting this lane over here. That's good. Yeah, Genji try to sneak his way in there. We win this, right? Emreal, okay. That's a good way to open up this. We definitely win this. Damn, our D.Va gets killed. That's unfortunate. Oh, maybe we don't win this. Part of it is the nature of how we kind of just stacked. Have our hit scan here. But also, it's very difficult to cross this corner. And also, we kind of just got outplayed on the D.Va ult. And after D.Va died, it was kind of over. Yeah, okay. So, thing number one. Just find your strong positions and fight there until you get forced off of there or have a better position. So, you have a high ground. You talk about like first point, right? Play that high ground with your life and just fight that over and over because that's how you guys turned the very first fight. You should have lost, but you had your Emery Curie on high ground and they just fucked up everybody. Thing number two, double hit scan doesn't really work. It's just most of the time it's just not gonna happen because you don't get the map control. Number three, see if you can find alternate lanes that allow you to take less pressure. So, like here where we're crossing the corners, we can route through here where we have more cover for second point King's Row. We can go through the right side and we can route through that. We can go through that little like sidewalk thing. Just find ways to make it easier to close the gap in playing your effective range. And if you don't have to play it, you don't have to play to close the gap. Then just find your high grounds and chill there. Ultimately, though, ultimates are better. It looks like everybody like played individually very well, and I'm gonna do individual VODs too, just kind of going through these scrims. But yeah, let you